Had to stop here. There's a teepee there. This has all just been done like the other day. I was here, I filmed the moose right there. I was standing right there, right? This wasn't like that. You can see all the brand new dirt. See how they put the dirt? This is how I know they do the dirt, because they made a new X and there's all brand new dirt all around it with footprints in it. Like, well, I mean, I don't know if it's theirs, but it's something like a moose or something stepped in it. You can't tell. It's pretty long, actually. Here before anyone comes. There's a pretty busy road today. It's probably the first, like, really beautiful weekend, and it's busy on this road. That's why I would never normally be here, but we have, as gorgeous as it is, we have a half-inch of rain coming in about 4 hours. So I had to kind of cut it short because it takes me an hour more to get to where I wanted to film today, and the weather just bummed me out. It is what it is. But this is worth it because, let's leave that. It's very important. These are across from each other. The X, and then you have this with the trident pointing exactly to the system I'm going to. I filmed them here. You guys now see, people don't understand the background. Like, I can't film it all. So after I film them, I'm staring over there, right? I pack my bike. You could see better. The green has really come in the last week or two since then. And I'm looking at them, right? I'm staring right at that system. Like, hold on, they're on that, right? And then I get the most dramatic, like, noise and whistle over here. All right, and that took my eyes right off of it, and that's when I knew for sure. That's how. Then people are like, "How do you know?" That's how I know, because when I'm staring there and I'm like, I think I'm seeing them, and then there's a noise. If there's a noise when that's happening, you just know for sure. Do you have to believe me? No, I mean it is what it is. That's why I don't really tell those. I don't say anything. This is good now, you guys. So the exciting thing is, I've been seeing all kinds of really amazing, like double, like really tall. So when you see them and they're like 150 feet, like marked on the side of the road, it's really exciting. Like brand new, like they've done it since I was here. That is like, because even for me, like or anyone else that's like does this all the time, you don't really quite, like, I'm more used to it, I think, than like a regular person, but you're never quite used to it. So as soon as you see something new again, you're like, oh my God, this really is true. I have seen them and all this stuff. So let's, like, in case someone comes by, I don't need, like, I don't think, there's never like authorities up here, I don't feel, but you're not really allowed to park on the side of the road, which I like, because that way other people can't do this. There's a structure in here, now I can't see it because of I'm going to film all the way in. Is this it? I mean, it's come up dramatically. You guys, you couldn't see any green. I zoomed right in here, and I think this is it. This is where they were. Right here. Is this it? Yeah, look, all this came in, so now you can't see. So probably most of the time of the year, well, anytime like a person's here, this is almost always blinded from them, this spot. We got lots of dirt. Okay, so this is a great sign, you guys. Really, we got a rushing stream. They're all over the water, right? Look, this is brand new. No holes. Okay. Oh wow. I just want to get some of this might be beaver, because there's there's a beaver dam right over there. There is a grid for them to be on, and this is what it looks like. out in the Aspens. They're all over this. Okay, so look, this is what they're doing in here. Wow. All by the river. There's another one right there. Galaxy 23 Ultra. Highly recommend. You want to talk about possible pareidolia? A zoomed in any cell phone can really, even though it looks fairly clear as you zoom, it does stay okay. It can cause some incredible stuff, but this looks interesting enough just to take a look. It's, you got to take every factor. I know where I am on a system, and I know these guys for 6-7 years now, and it's, you got to take a look. The boulders are so important. I wish I could tell you. I really wasn't going to zoom in necessarily, but then I'm seeing like possible eye sockets, and then you got your white leaner. There is a tree there, but it seems to be in front of the tree. Remember, I don't do this for fame and fortune, okay? The reason I show this is so you can learn. Anyone that's tried will see that this is how it's done. Now, again, I'm almost sure on this. It's hard, you take the factors in where we are, what I filmed, where I'm standing last week, or two. I don't know exactly. It was like a week or two ago, and I'm pretty sure something's going on there. It's across the river. He knows for sure I'm not going to go that way. Not now. It's like a crazy snowmelt river going on. It's pretty, I'll show you. There is no other, if you want to film video, it's the best phone. It's not even a discussion really. There is no camera that can do that. You know, iPhone's pretty good. Like, it's like this. You know, or like this, and then you're zoomed, you know. It takes a good video though. I don't want to, like, I don't say the iPhone sucks. It's just not as good. Like, if you're going to do zooming and stuff, it's not that great. I've seen them film like music videos with it and stuff. It takes a great picture. There's another one right there, and then what's behind it? Like, I see like stuff over there. Oh, it's boulders. How do we know this is real, even if it is a blurry, real zoomed in 1900 by 1080p zoom? The X. Yeah, it's their X. You can't see that. Really cool. I'm going to get one of those one day. Hey, when I get one of those, look out. Because here I come. That's why they don't give me one. I see a face on top of the boulder. I don't know if it's real. Only a cell phone today. That's all I needed. Here's where they are. This is amazing. You guys, look, on every single part of the structure, there's a pile of dirt. They were all in here. I wonder if they were here because I was here, or they were just happened that they were all on it that way anyway. That's what I can't figure out all the time. Look at this dirt, you guys. This all just been put in, and this grass has just grown up like in the last week. Here's where they were, right here. Look at it. It's all a system. It's not pretty, you know. That's the catch to me. Like, I want to show you this, but like where you're like, oh my God, that's so incredible. Like, that's what I like. Lots of topsoil. No animals. I must emphasize, there is no holes. Footprint right there. Like a human footprint, like a person with bare feet. I'm not going to read into this too much, but it's really has a nice, cold, incredible breeze coming from it. Tridents. Hope everyone's having a nice weekend. I gotta move, you guys. I have movement. I haven't checked it myself, but Terry got it, and it's really good. So I have to confirm before I like claim it boldly, but it's really good, you guys. He's got like a baby, or she has like a baby. I think that's the one time they can't stop the moving. I really believe the babies probably aren't much different than us. I don't think that it's quite as frequent as us. I don't know how that works. Like does one mom have 9 kids? I don't know. See, look how everything's, see how this is tucked? These are. Remember, I just filmed a video. You could probably see this spot. I didn't check it, but they just did the X and the dirt. So you know that they have some hand in the dirt. There's many friends that we're not aware of, I believe. Doubles bend this way. It's very unattractive. Like, it's literally set up so if anyone came across it, it wouldn't raise any suspicions. Give me a sec. It's incredible. See, you know how I tell you that they're down below? Anyone that watches me knows, like I think they're down below. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think they're down below in the snow, right? So that, like, in other words, I'll be standing up there in the snow, and I talk about the spots down below, which aren't for always. They're for when there's like lots of snow. It's not that they can't go there, but like if they really want to have a powwow, it seems like they're in a place like this. It's more enjoyable. I think that's common sense. In the right weather. You know, it's actually kind of hot here now. Today is the hottest it's been. It's probably 70 here right now, at least. Look at this. This is their bottom world. So here's where they come. This is my opinion only. It really is. Like, I don't know. They confuse me like that. I don't know if this is the guys right up there that I know really well, or if this is someone else. That I cannot for my life. I swear I won't even try to make something up because I don't know. This thing looks like it just fell down from old age. coincidentally, but it does have two coming out. They might have pushed it. A lot of times they push these because looks like something's walking on it. Because they walk on them. And I think when they're walking on this, it's connected. It's like energy. It's part of it's the same thing as being on a structure. But this thing did look old. I think sometimes they just, like we do when you're a kid.
You know, it's funny. They have to get the most bizarre piece of wood. You know what I think this is? So I have filmed one almost directly to my left, a little bit straight up the mountain, up on top of these mountains. He was like a dogman type dude, just standing up there looking at me, and then he was just out, and then the same type of timestamps all around him, like, you know, things people would say isn't real, you know, because they can't see him standing out. They can't believe. So in other words, the world believes in Bigfoot, but they think he just runs and hides in the bushes and eludes us that way. They don't believe that it's possible they're more advanced than us, which is it's an amazing thing that we have egos like we do.
You see an old tree and you push it down. I don't think they do it for the same reason, but it's like it adds, like, you know, it's kind of like a blind. It adds more stuff to the world or whatever, and I think it serves a purpose because they all do it, you know. Hold on. Oh, okay. This has been down for a while because the moose and elk have been rubbing right there. This is right by the road. There's so many moose right here. So there's a moose within like a few hundred yards of me. There has to be. They don't really leave like right in here. Probably within a half a mile, I should say. Termites. All right, that's good enough. What did I see that just now that was kind of weird? That's good enough. They're really using that aspen. So notice how they use the aspen something else because they like to rub on the... Apparently there's like natural painkiller in there or something. There it is. Isn't that cool? Oh, I almost fell down. Over there. Let me just show you real quick. As you walk back onto the road. Remember, I'm doing some of these because I got to do follow-ups when I see them. I just have to. And for you, even if it's boring, it's not about.
Real quick, the reason my voice goes out, I leave it this way on purpose. It comes actually stock that way. So when you zoom, if there's noise out there, it'll pick up the noise. Who cares what I'm saying? I'm ADD. I'm just thinking out loud. There's no script here. You know what I mean? So when you're making fun of me, you're making fun of a mentally challenged person.
Try it. Isn't that cool? So I showed you that structure over there, right? This is brand new, which is really exciting. Look, not only is the dirt on the X there, but it's all here too. This is something they do. They put it in, it's like the others. They're like right here somewhere. I don't think you'll ever see these guys. I have once, okay? And it's because they let me, and he was jumping up and down. They look like cartoons. I'm not kidding. Well, not really, but sort of. Like, it's not that far off. All right, enough's enough. I wonder where my buddies are. They're probably, so there's a little pond, like a little pond there. And they love to walk. There's a trout out there on the ground there. They walk across and they go in there. So they're right in there somewhere. Think about what those moose see. So these moose are probably seeing these guys all the time. They certainly have a whether they can, I don't know if that vision, it works for them, you know, like the way they trick our vision works with them as well. I don't think so, because horses and all that seem to be very aware of something that we're not a lot. I live with them, and I mean, I've had the entire ranch go ballistic, like horses breaking through fences and stuff. It was the craziest night of my life. I'll tell you that story one day. I don't know what was there. There was no animal. It might have been one of these guys. I don't know. I just know something was going on. I didn't see anything. And if you did too good, how does it look like Bigfoot over there? If you did it too good, I can see this with my eyes. Look on the ground. 12 o'clock on the ground at the tree. And then to the left in the sky, but left and right, and on the ground to the right. What am I seeing over there? I can see this with my eyes as well. Give me a second. I wonder if that's them over there. Because there's the one I filmed them on before. Over there looks the same. I'm not claiming anything, okay? I'm not trying to make the video, but this video couldn't be good. Unless they started doing jumping jacks. That would be a really good video. Like, over now. All right, I'm coming back then. I was on my bike pulling away. I see this X. I turn the bike off and then I hear noises back here. So I'm going in right here. So I was leaving and then I was like, why not just, I've never been in right here. Not even close. Well, once I was over there where the mountain goes up into the forest. But I realized when I walked in there, I was like, oh man, I need like a whole day there because I got to walk up, straight up a mountain. It was really, really amazing in there. I remember the one cool thing I found was this X that had been put on a tree that could not have been there otherwise. I know they're set up in here somewhere because I'm here. I just know. Do I know for a fact? No, but I just know. Give me a sec. Everywhere there's dirt, there's like a leaner or a stick. It's bizarre. So if there's dirt, let's just be common sense, okay? Piles of dirt, no holes. The dirt is marked in most cases, or it's near a structure or on an X, or by like a leaner, or a floating tree. So that's not a lot of dirt. It's something that's, you guys, I promise you, you have my word. Why would I want to make this up? You know what I mean? It really complicates things for me. It's just part of, see, it has nothing to do with Bigfoot except that they're friends of his, in my opinion. That's the only thing to do with this subject. And I think that there are others, and they're clearly like little workers, like how they get the piles there is amazing. Like you guys, sometimes I find 4 foot tall piles. They're just piled up, like it means it's being dumped, is what it means.
I'm just assuming because it's bizarre.
I'm telling you, I filmed, you guys know. I feel like a car salesman. I'm like, hold on, they've seen it. So many times. I want to look up here, and I'll show you why. Well, I already know why, but I know that up there is insane. Oh, that's right. I did a video last year as well about this time, a mile that way into a forest. It's a completely different world than right here. That's why I'm here, because anything that you see in the Aspens is not like you can just tell it's not, there's no way it's an accident like this. It's not much, but here's a spot. Look at that. Yes. This, I'm telling you, I think I'm right. This is when the snow is, see out here, this all melts the snow, like almost all year. I show you guys the melted spots in the middle of the winter. There'll be 8 feet of snow and this will be melted in here. Well, spots like this, I can't see the spot. They've been this grass is all pushed down. Here's the spot. Right here. Oh, there's the forest. I didn't bring any. I just because it was all tied down on my bike. I don't need it. This isn't like an expedition. But I think the reason I'm saying that is because I'm seeing this. Man, I'm stepping in a footprint, I think. Right there. What about Dawn? She gets, what's her name? Dawn Jones or whatever. She's, I don't say that like, I don't know her. We're friends on Facebook, but I always just call her Dawn, so I don't even look at her last name. But she gets like, I left her just a random out of the blue message complimenting that she's doing a great job. Got to get her a little bit. It's trouble like for all of us that do this, like especially that if you have a job or family and to go out and spend $1,000 or more on a camera when no one wants to help you do it. It's very difficult. It's so important. We need to get all these people cameras, not ones like this. That's the problem. Internal stabilizers you need like this. See how steady it is? Right there, so good. Let me show you 2 places. Right there. is the beginning of like the worlds. Look at the trident. And then look. See if they're just looking at me from there. They should be looking at me from somewhere. I know that. All that right there. It's so good. And like that, those structures come all the way down. Like in a, which is really interesting in an aspen forest. Because if they can't, they just don't, it's the same thing, but when in the open, when you see a grid like that, it's just, you can't make a mistake unless you're really, really not smart. That's the only way. Let me show you something else that's not that exciting, but it's something they do, especially in places where they can't be seen. And it's right there. It's an instant teepee and structure. They lay it down, they're real strong branches, and they make them. This one doesn't look overly used, but it was definitely done for that purpose. It's something, because I've seen it in the middle of their structures, in the middle of their seats. They do that. That tells me, believe it or not, that this is just the forefront of this. They're not hanging out here every second. That's my opinion. All right, we looked. To literally get you where, you'd be like, oh my God, I'd have to go up. Another grid right there, old one. I'd have to go up. Man, they have really been walking in here. The walking in the grass is the best because it looks like I did it. They walk right to this tree. Look at them walk into this tree, guys. And it's all smushed down around the tree in a circle. And there's a leaner on it. Look at that. No scat, man. Something really walked in there. Sat maybe, right there. Looks like someone's shoe, like when they got up, like it was like her foot. Someone was chilling right here. I'm not kidding. Right on the leaner. Oh, here, I'm at the stuff that's coming down. Okay, so I want to end this because I want to show this to you, but I don't want to make it long because it's not that exciting. Look at the bends on, see, here's all the stuff coming down. And then look at the bends like over there. You see that? I've seen a lot of people film that even before this. Like that was something that was being seen for a while. I mean, you guys, it's not, see, what's amazing about the walking here is it's not just once. You know what I mean? That's what's crazy. If you're in a forest and you see a path that someone's on all day long back and forth, well, maybe not all day long, but like I exaggerate if you haven't noticed. Not what I do, but like I exaggerate things like that. All day long, when it was like half a time, turned into all day long. You got to do it all. It's not always going to be the best video you've ever seen. You got to do the stuff. It's not always exciting. You guys, this looks like it's been mowed. Another grid. Oh, there's a teepee up there. Look at this. This looks like game. Okay, so this is a game path. You can always tell game paths because it's chopped. This is the moose, most likely. They're right here. It's a brother and sister, and they just walk back and forth all day long. I'm not kidding. When I went to film them, I found them right away. That's how easy. They're somewhere right around in here. They're within a mile of me, for sure. I said a half a mile, but now they're within a mile. I'm zooming just for timestamps. They seem to get a pretty good idea, like that I'm not like I'm pretty sure they know I'm not going up there today, and that's a good time to zoom for me. A lot of people don't realize that because they can't believe that this is real and that everything. Look, how could tens of thousands of other people be hoaxing the same exact way? I come out and build this first. Could you imagine if I moved that one log, I'd have to go to the hospital. Look at that. My back would break. See that? That they did all that. Every one of those sticks is organized. Oh wow, that's a cat. The claws. Or it's one of them. It's one of the other. It's because I see dogman type claws. Remember I found a tree that was like signed by one of them on their structures, and right next to the signature was claw marks. So I don't know. You tell me. That looks like that third one was done later. I don't know. Maybe not. See the little ones? Looks like he grabbed. Maybe those were hind legs. This is not the first time I have filmed this. In fact, I filmed this right in this area quite a bit. I wonder if that is something to do. I know we default to right away to a cat immediately, but I'm telling you, sometimes I wonder, like, what was the cat doing up the tree right here? Like, he's got nothing to run up a tree from unless it's one of them. These guys probably, someone on this side probably can. I saw him kill it, like, well, I didn't see it, but when I was first in Bigfoot Universe, they killed a cat when I was there, and the little baby was like eating it. It's on video. You can watch him gouging at the stomach and eating it. All right, over now. Look at that. Just to confirm. That can't happen. Well, it's part of the alphabet, but if we didn't know that, we still know that couldn't happen. Oh, this is okay. So there's a big hill that comes up to here this way. Interesting. So that's why they're here. This is why I told you to pick the focal points of the area. And in this area, there's a dome right here that I didn't even realize because I had walked in that way. And that's where they are. There's an approach issue, and it's all blocked at the bottom with X's. Man, there is a lot of X's on the ground here. I think that's how they're doing. They're not making colossal structures. It's all ground system and grids, and then you'll see like two giant leaners like I showed you, or this. Oh, look at this! Wow, this is really good to end the video. Why am I whispering? I don't know. I just got like vibes. The second I looked at that, I got like goosebumps. I can see the ground here, if it matters. Nothing has been there. There's like I want to make sure I point out like when there's nothing either. Like I'm telling you, nothing has walked right here. I can see my tracks perfectly. It's just something I care about. I want to see if it's being used. You guys, that's an X. It's what it is. It's just marking that. See, look, it's a giant X. You just can't see it all because of the other trees. Look how big it is. How does that happen? It's all confirmed, like, big time. You know, come to think of it, the only time anything ever happens here is when I go way up in there. I did the video in there. It was really good up in there. I found like really like one-of-a-kind spot in there. Nothing happened. I know they were there. There's just nothing happened, you know. It's just like, whatever. I don't care if the whole world was happening for them. I do care. But, you know, we're here too. And at some point, you know, we need some attention. It's ridiculous. If you're seeing this footage, it's just because I just want a minute or two of walking out of here. I find that it's very rare you'll catch one of these guys unless they're on something like this. They did all this. Again, look at the elk and moose or whatever it is. Deer. Elk, moose, deer. Oh, that's what I want to do. Speaking of elk, moose, deer, wolf, moose, bear. Now I'm confused. Wolf, is it wolf moose? I knew until I said that. Sorry. He knows who I'm talking about. I think it's a he. I never found out. Super chats. Or no, the thanks button. $5, $10 here and there, like I get a notification. It's hard for me to see that, so if you've done it, I missed it, please tell me so I can thank you. Mark, I sent you $1 or sent you 10, because I want to thank you. It's something I feel very strongly about. Like if you give me anything, I just want to say thank you. That's it. Yes, look at this spot. Like what the? I think this was not done this year. A lot of times, like I feel like you can see that. I'm like, look at the spot, and then you can't even see anything. What's that? Let me see something here. It looks like a face, but I don't think it is. I saw like eyes. It was too good. Like I saw perfect eyes. Not eyes like eyeballs, but like eye sockets. This looks fairly new right here. Right in there, I thought I saw something. Look at that teepee, you guys. Like they made that to be in there. What did I just see in there? It might have been hallucinating. Right there. See that? I see a face right there. But it's a log, because I can see the log. Look at the three. He might be there. If he is, what am I going to do? I'm not really interested in them that much. I am, but I think I've gotten the point that stick to Bigfoot because you're not going to go anywhere. You got to go through them first. To get to these little guys, you've got to be approved by the big guys, I believe. Over and out. Here's another weird spot. This is all done by them. It's not exciting either, it's like, whatever. I had to do it because I just filmed them here. So if this was boring, I really apologize. It kind of is. Some people, it's not for some people, they love to see this. Mark, you're my camera. He's like, Mark, some guy told me that he listens to everything I say. Sorry to hear that. And then sometimes if he likes the video a lot, like the forest, the visuals, he likes rocks too. His favorite thing is rocks. Then he'll watch it again. He mutes it and does his own video. He said, I thought that was pretty smart of him. He's like, that's how I've learned everything. He's like, I've always trusted you and I believe you, but when I do it myself and I watch and I see them on my own again and again and again and again, that's how I've taught myself. I was telling Tamara that the other day. I was like, yeah, I've helped, but she's an expert timestamp person. Hey, Tamara. And I was like, your knowledge and knowing of this is mostly because of you. Because she's done thousands of timestamps. You teach yourself. Look, that's all you need to see. So say you're in a forest like this, which is what any one of you could probably go find. Something that looks like this. You don't need to see all the things I just showed you, which are kind of boring anyway. All you need to see is that. That's it. Just look for something. If you see something like that, you are in the right place, I promise. Now remember, it doesn't always mean something's going to happen or the world's going to change, but you're in the right place. That's how they get to know you. To know you. Over now. To mention and ask, you guys, what about the UFO activity that's going on around the country? It's a crazy thing. It's just ignored by mainstream. Completely ignored. Yeah, like on purpose. So also I wanted to mention here, there's been a real gap for me, like in seeing stuff, and then lately Robert he calls me and then can text me, the farm manager, which he never does because we see each other. He's like, have you seen what's going on above? I'm like, yeah. I got the tail end of it on my other camera. Fighter jets every day, back and forth. Then they're doing evasive maneuvers, chasing something. These are all no-fly zones. There's something going on this earth. Because like never before, these things are being filmed. It's a pretty good shot for a cell phone, you guys. I noticed the color changes, watch. See how it does a little shade to it when you zoom, but it's not too bad. It doesn't take away what you can see, which I like. See, I can still see it. It's like if you were in those rocks waving at me, you'd be smaller than you would imagine, but I'd be able to see you, So what about the UFOs? Like, interesting. Do I think Bigfoot and UFOs have a connection? Yes and no. So there could be a complete connection there, absolutely. But also, yes, because it's us. Okay, look, this is the way to look at things from now on, guys. I'm not making a mistake here. That's the moose. That moose, make no mistake, he was right there. I know he was. There should be one more. If she was near with him, maybe she wasn't. It looks like he sat there by himself. That's the moose. They live right here. I was really hoping to bump into them back here. And then as you walk out to the, they always decorate at the road. Isn't that interesting? There's not much going on in between here and the structures I showed you, like this stuff, but I don't know if that's normal. And then you get to the road, and then you'll see all kinds of dirt and structures. Isn't that interesting that it's like by the road? That's why some of this subject is so confusing. Stop arguing with each other. You're both right. That moose, he's just today, he was right here. Unless that was me. No, he's all through here. That moose. I love moose. I like meese. They're really cool. Did he say meese? Unsubscribe. It's like, have fun. You're not going to learn this subject anywhere else overnight. It's tough stopping for this kind of stuff, but it's so important. So let me show you something. Okay? Listen. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not what I'm showing you. 5, 6, 7, 8. All the different ones. Monster Man. Sleeping Baby. It's all behind. They sit right out in front on that side right there in these brown things. No one question that. And then the guy holding the UFO on the backside where it's all flat back there, and then there's like caves like and stuff in the back. Anyway, there's no doubt it's something I've seen too many times. I mean, so using our road, it has to be a marker. You know what I mean? These guys must use. You got your mounds, right, that I point out? These are not a mistake. So whether they're an accident, natural, it doesn't make a difference. It's not even worth talking about because none of us are going to figure it out. If you say it's natural, that's the dumbest statement you've ever made in your life because you don't know. You weren't there. No one can tell you that. There's not a human being on earth that can tell you how that was made. They make it up. Oh, they'll make it sound real convincing. They don't know anything, okay? They know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Wait. These have to be markers, like it's to help me with this. I know why they do it, but I don't know why. So as you're coming, say the bike's not there, you're walking down here. They put this trident so blatantly on the road.
Hey, so let me explain what I believe this is at this point. Could I be wrong? Yes, always. But I don't think so. So what it is, there's times I'm like, they must have put this here. They knew I was going to see it, blah, blah. That could be maybe once or two, I don't know. But I'm really willing to believe almost always it has nothing to do with us. I think there is times where they want me to film their structures. I really do. I can promise you it's happened to me. I've had boulders roll out in front of me on camera where they're like, hello, you've been missing. I knew right away because it's the only place I hadn't been. It's like, and this happened to me so many times. So anyway, what this is a route. It's the Sasquatch Highway. So if these guys get off system, as they travel through these forests, they're always on these highways and on these systems because they can utilize however they do this as long as they're within that. I believe there's also ones that use the four corners. We'll talk about that at a different time. It's very difficult technology that is placed in four corners. Inside those four corners, I don't know how big the areas can be. It could be catastrophic. I'm not sure. Inside that area can fool and trick any human being. In fact, I've been told that a human could even dig dirt in there. Like you could take a shovel and you're digging dirt, and it's not actually real. Now I know that's hard. I don't believe it either, so you don't have to yell at me. Don't shoot the messenger. But there's a lot of that out there. We have been put into this human world for a reason. Don't be upset about it either. I think it could be an amazing reason. So some of that stuff looking from the outside might seem like, why can't we do that? Well, you'd be surprised. I'm willing to bet they have the same questions. Why? How come they get to do this? How come they get to do? Believe me, no one gets everything. So anyway, this trident is marking the system. So if they're coming from across, which is really open, he could get scared or confused. It's one thing I have seen with my own eyes is their confusion when you're there and you get off the grid. It's something like sometimes it's the first time they've ever been in a situation like that. They panic just like you would. I've seen it in their face. Like Like, and he was scared, and that's what it is. I've literally watched them walk out of their magic and then see me and then go back in it. This is how I know all of this, you guys. It's not just from filming it. I have seen it with my and filmed it. It's on video. I have 1,200 videos. I think when I post things, people think it's like my first picture. They don't know the history. You guys have the best Sunday ever. It's Sunday. This was yesterday. I love you guys so much. Look, I am rough around the edges. I have a disability, like a severe disability, which is ADHD. And do I want sympathy? A little bit. But just a little tiny bit. I love you guys.